They shouldn't be happening right now. I shouldn't be traveling. Yep, I should be home editing videos. I should be working on important things. I mean, this is important, travel is important, but I should not be traveling right now. But this jackass, yeah, we for victory. When you're coming back from Goa, he's like, bro, May, June is too far away. We have to do it in April. And I was like, no, dude, not happening, not happening, not happening. And then I come back home from the last trip. If you have not watched the videos yet, you can do so by clicking on the link above. The entire playlist is right here. Here. Sorry, it's here. You can be seen in the camera.
I'm not in the frame.
You are.
I am?
Yeah, you are. Okay. And I said, still, no, I'm not buying into it. I'm not paying attention to these trip ideas anymore. Nope. And then this woman, she's like, you have to plan a trip. You have to plan a trip. We have holidays and we got to do something. Let's go for a trip. And this is a very big issue that I have. Once you put
A thought
of an idea of going for a road trip into my head, I can't get it out. And these guys know it really well. Yeah, that happened. So we are on a road trip again. God damn, I gotta stop. This has been going on for far too long. August, September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March, April. 9 months of multiple road trips.
First wave happened, now second wave started.
Yeah, the second wave has started of COVID and we are again on the road. Like,
So we are having our own
Jesus Christ, Sumit, get a grip. Anyway, we're going for a long road trip. We're going for almost 5 days, right? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah,
It was
5 days.
supposed to be 2
5
days.
days. Yeah, it was supposed to be 2 days. I said, no, bro, no more long trips. I have to come back and I have to work, edit videos. And then I don't know what the fuck happened. We're going for 5 days now. What's wrong with you, Sumit? I'm Sumit. This is Neha, Aditya, Devansh, and in the last row we have Sangeeta and Chesta. A lot of new people this time around. But we are going to this place called Talakad. And I'm quite excited because there's a desert not very far from Bangalore. I think that's pretty freaking cool. On the banks of River Kaveri, no less. It's April 10th today, just so you know, because my videos come out like, we'll have this video come out during the winters and I'll talk about how hot the weather is right now. You're like, what's wrong with this guy? Sorry.
This is lazy to
Right. I put out a video every week, by the way. One every week. Right, so to get to Talakad, you can take 3 different routes. Forget about the third one, you can take 2 different routes. One is via the NH 275, the regular Mysore highway, and the other one is this Kanakapura road. Take this. I always tell people to avoid the Mysore highway as much as they can because the roads, you have a lot of construction work going on over there here too, but there's so much traffic there and you have like the worst drivers on this planet Earth in that stretch. I don't know how the fuck they ended up over there, like every one of them, but it's really bad. You're gonna have so many people tailgating you. You're gonna have a lot of these rabid tempo traveler guys. So avoid that road as much as you can. This road though, it's quite scenic. We still haven't reached the scenic parts yet. We are just crossing Kanakapura now, and once we start driving towards Malavali and stuff like that, the roads are going to be quite exciting.
I think even he will give.
We are now in Talakad and we are at the beach. This is River Kaveri. This is the beach. You can go for a coracle ride if you wish. We're gonna skip that this time around. Apparently, the water levels are so high during monsoon that you have water at least about 100 meters onto the road on that side. They're building a bridge here for that very reason. So first things first, this is not a desert as a lot of people call it. It's just sand dunes. You have sand over here, and it's the beach. It's not a desert. Like so many articles, including the Wikipedia page of this place, suggest it's not.
Also, the story.
During the monsoons, you have water all the way up there. You see those fencing. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you see this big tree far up ahead after that as well. And it's right here. So they're building the bridge. You see that? It's pretty far. It's at least about 200-300 meters. The water's all the way there.
ಸರ್ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಆಕೆ ರಾಣಿ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಿಂದ ಮರಳು ಬಂದಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ರೀಸನ್ ಇದೆ
ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ
ಯಾವುದೋ ತುಂಬ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾವೇರಿ ನದಿ ಪ್ರವಾಹ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆ ಕಾವೇರಿ ನದಿ ಪ್ರವಾಹದ ನೀರಿನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಳು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಆನ್ಸರ್.
ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ 11th or 10th century round. So like Kaveri had a it took a the
Change in course, changed, right.
Because of, so there was a lot of currents, everything, so it changed the course. So which led to all the silt deposit this particular
okay
area.
okay
So
okay
that's so when he was studying in the same school, so you could see sand dunes here, just like
and
desert.
Temples were all under the water, under the sand.
So it is very, this situation phenomenon is very unique here, because everywhere else it is like, you have green thing, and except for this place, it was
all sand dunes. Right. Okay. It is believed that Talakad gets its name from the twin brothers Tala and Kadu. Legend has it that they were once cutting down a tree which they saw wild elephants worshipping. They discovered that the tree contained an image of Lord Shiva and that the elephants were rishis transformed. You can see 2 stone images that represent the brothers in front of the Veerabhadra Swami temple. It is also believed that Lord Rama is said to have halted here on his expedition to Sri Lanka. Having said all this, can you guess what it is that makes Talakad so unique? Well, several things. One of them being the curse of Talakad. What is the curse of Talakad? You'll notice that temples here are covered in sand. That is after the excavations. Prior to that, the entire town was buried under sand. It is said that the city was cursed by Queen Alimelamma. Srirangapatna was ruled by Sri Rangaraya from the Vijayanagara family. The king got afflicted with an incurable disease and went to the temple of Vaidyeshwara in Talakad, leaving the responsibilities on his wife, Queen Alimelamma. On hearing that her husband was near to death, she left for Talakad to meet him and handed over the responsibilities to Raja Wadayar of Mysore. The king of Mysore always wanted to capture the jewels and the property of Srirangapatna and therefore sent an army against the queen. This upset and angered the queen, and hence she drowned herself with her jewels in the river Kaveri and cursed the city of Talakad that it will turn into sand and Mysore kings will fail to have their heirs. The curse of Talakad is apparently still levied on the city. But is this the actual reason for Talakad turning into a mini desert-like place? Well, Aditya did his research on this topic thoroughly while we were on the way, and turns out that the actual story is quite different, which was actually confirmed by our guide.
You're watching. Okay, what is the true story?
True story is Mummadi Krishnaraja Wadayar is there. No? So this guy, Dalhousie came from Britain, and he made a rule that whoever adopted son can't be next heir to the throne.
Yeah.
That is there.
Right? No.
That's
so
why.
he made this rule.
Yeah.
So this guy, Mummadi Krishnaraja Wadayar, was like almost old,
Yeah.
and British told that you have to retire and we will give you 1 lakh rupees as pension per year. Okay. But this guy was like, see, no, I'm the heir to the throne, so whoever next will be the king later. The one who is adopted can't be the king.
Yeah.
So this guy made up the story of Alamelamma that there is a curse on his this thing, just to save his kingdom from British. But
okay.
British, everyone believed this.
Right.
Okay, and they let him continue the tradition.
Right.
So usually the kings write their stories, right?
Right.
So before Mummadi Krishnaraja Wadayar, so nobody had mentioned this, but this guy had written in it in his he made up this story. And Lewis Ray is the guy who is a British
Called him
historian.
up.
He just saw, he also believed it is true, and
Okay.
he wrote it in his book. And our Indian historians, they won't go beyond this thing. No, so whatever
Right.
Britishers says,
Yeah.
they say it is right.
Yeah.
Correct. No, so
Right.
then they also scripted in the this thing.
History books. Okay.
So that is how this story got circulated. So this guy, the king, actually, you know, he used his brains and to save the kingdom.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that is what they're saying. So this is not a true story. It is a made-up
But
story.
the fact that he made the British
Believe.
buy into it.
Yeah, that's what.
What a legend, dude.
Right?
A legend.
That's what. And most of them they bought it all through years.
Dude, the Brits bought it. What a legend.
This could be a very good story.
Amazing story, yeah.
The same.
The story of Rani Alimellamma's suicide may be true, but the curse, perhaps not. Let's get back to showing you Talakad now.
Brother story.
Yeah.
Right,
So
got
basically, they are hunters.
Right.
So hunters, because two brothers. So one guy name is Tala, one guy name is Kada. Kadal.
That's how the names.
That's how Tala
Yes.
Kada. So
So this is Nandi, and if you look at this part, his chest, his stomach, it looks like Nandi.
People visit Talakad for several reasons. One of the most important reasons being the 6 temples present here, namely Kirti Narayan Temple, Pataleshwara Cave Temple, Mallikarjuna Temple, Arkeshwara Temple, Vaidyanatheshwara Temple, and Maruleshwara Temple. The uniqueness of these temples would intrigue any history buff's mind. For starters, they were all buried under sand. Till date, some of them are still partly buried under sand. Apart from that, the temples were built by different dynasties, from the Cholas to the Hoysalas, and it's evident from the architecture itself.
So this animation students will know this. So basically, like, you know, 2D animation they do, no? So Shiva, it is actually like this. There is a linga here, and here there is one more linga where milk is being.
The only way I can describe this is by suggesting that our ancestors knew about animation long before the term animation even existed.
ಇವೆರಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗವನ್ನು ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛತೆಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವೆರಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗವನ್ನು ಕಾವಲು ಕಾಯ್ತಾರೆ. ಸರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾಲದ ಜನ
After a couple of hours spent here trying to learn some extremely intriguing history of an extremely intriguing place, it was time to leave Talakad.
That was Talakad, a very interesting place with a very interesting history. Learned a lot of things. This is something that happens to us in every trip, right? We learn so many things about our own history. And this place, to be honest, it wasn't exactly how I pictured it to be, because I thought it'll be more desert-like. It wasn't, which is good. It was still a very nice experience, learn new things, and that's something that I like to do when I'm on the road. Anyway, now we are off to the next place of this road trip, Ooty. I'm going to Ooty after a very long time, so I'm excited, and I'm more excited about the 36 hairpin bends. That is said to be one of the most exciting roads in the country, especially in South India. So yeah, very excited. We're off to Ooty, and I'll see you in the next episode. See you as in, you know, I can't see you, you can go.
766.